Hey, Chris Ferdinandi here with another Vanilla.js quick tip. Let's get into it. The element class name property can be used to get all of the classes on an element as a string, add or update classes on an element, or completely replace or remove them entirely. Let's take a look. In this example, I have some classes to control background color, add text decoration, and add text color to an element. And I also have this paragraph here that has a class of tuna, which gives it a background color of blue, and mayo, which gives it a color of white. And you can see that's how it looks here in the UI. I'm going to use document query selector method to get that element. And then I am going to use the Element.className property to get all of the classes on that element and log them to the console. And if I jump over here, you can see it logs tuna, mayo to the console. And it's going to log them exactly as they appear. So if I add a bunch of spaces, you can see I get these big spaces. If I were to flip their order, they would show up in the reverse order. It is literally taking the string value of the class property and returning that. You can also use it to add classes to an element. For example, let's say I wanted to add the tomato class, which is going to give it a text decoration. I can call Element.className plus equals, and then I'm going to use space tomato. And if I didn't add this space, tomato would get smushed up right against mayo like that, and it would just be one class name. We need the space. Plus equals is a shorthand for string concatenation. So it's the same as doing class name plus. If I were to go class name equals Element.className plus tomato, it's the same as doing that, but a shorthand for it. And if I jump back over to the browser here, you can see now I have that other class there. And if I were to log it to the console, you can see now the tomato class is on that element string as well. Finally, you can use it to completely replace all of the classes on an element. If instead of appending to that class string, you just replace it with something else, it will wipe out everything that's there and give it the new value. So here, it's just turkey. Similarly, if you pass in an empty string, you can completely remove all of the classes on an element. So it has its uses. The class list API is generally a little bit more useful for most things, but the class name property absolutely has its place. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe even share it with someone else who you think might enjoy it. You can also get my daily developer tips newsletter over at gomakethings.com, where every weekday I share a new tip, trick, tool, or Vanilla.js snippet to help you build a simpler and more resilient web. Thanks so much for watching.